Alright, so here I am now. I am about to officially purchase the Coilovers. I am really excited. It is a big price to pay for these things, but I'm getting a really good deal from Redline 360. So it's definitely making it a lot easier, so please go check them out if you haven't already heard of them. So yeah, let's get on to purchasing them. Alright, so I guess it really is that easy to spend $775 on car parts, but it'll be worth it, and I can't wait to get them on the car. So I guess with that being said, my iBox springs are now for sale. I'll probably end up selling them locally or maybe over the forums because I know there's quite a few people that are interested in those springs. Overall, I've been very happy with those springs, but it's just time to move on and upgrade. So again, can't wait to get the coilers on the car, and yeah, go from there. So it's been a while now since I've actually had the coilers installed in the car. Since then, I had a wheel set replaced, a wheel set fixed. I lost my spinner wrenches for a while, and here we are. Now, I've put almost 1,000 miles on these coilovers, and so far they've been doing great. I've been very happy, very pleased with the coilovers themselves. I think I'm gonna have to make a few adjustments before winter time. Just feels like something's loose. Maybe the springs have settled and I need to tighten up the preload a little bit, or just check everything, make sure everything's still tight and everything like that. But otherwise they've been pretty good so far. So since I actually have had the coilers on a while, I can give a good comparison as how they rode and how they feel so far against the iBox springs I had on previously. And I have to say they ride a lot better. Right now I have the fronts on 20 dampening and the backs on 12. Now the closer you are to 1, the stiffer it is, so the back is stiffer than the front, and that's really how you want it to be since there's a lot more weight in the front of the car. But on the settings I have now, I can say they are slightly bouncier out back. In the front they ride so much better. You know, they don't bottom out nearly at all, if at all, like the springs did. The dampening and the spring rates, you know, work together a lot better than the springs did. I will say that I will have to stiffen it come next spring, but I have no doubts that the ride will still be at least somewhat better than the springs were overall. But yeah, I'm very happy with the ride quality. Now overall, install was really easy on these things. There was one problem with the lower mounting bracket that I guess gave a little extra camber adjustment. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but they said that it did allow some wiggle room, which would affect the camber. He ended up aligning it so I had, at the height I have now, which is about stock in the front and ever so slightly lower than stock in the back, -0.3 degrees camber in the front, and the back stayed the exact same no matter what height they have it at pretty much, and is about -1.8 degrees camber. Now, since the back has no camber adjustments or anything, it's just an axle back there, there's nothing really I can do. The toe is still pretty bad on the back, but that's not the coilover's fault, it's just the car's fault. You know, it's just a bad setup in the back, and I wish I had independent rear suspension. But that's a whole nother story. But the install was pretty painless. They went in just fine other than that lower bracking camber, I guess, leeway it had in there. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but he said it on -0.3 degrees camber, as that's the closest to zero he could get it, and frankly that's fine for everyday use. I mean, that's hardly any camber at all. But the camber will increase when I lower it again next spring. It'll probably, I'll probably set it at around -1 again, like the springs had it. You know, -1 to really -2 is really not going to affect any tire wear or anything like that. It'll just allow for a little better handling overall. But yeah, installing these things were really painless, and so far the adjustability has been great. Now, I actually don't have any install footage, sadly. I had them done by somebody else at work. I did see most of the install actually, other than a couple things up front I missed, but I saw the whole back installation, I saw most of the front, and I can tell you for a fact that it is pretty easy and pretty painless. The strut, you know, comes assembled from Megan. You know, it's just pretty much a strut replacement. The stock sway bar end links work fine. I know that was a concern by the guy at work who, before he set the car on the ground with the wheels on it, the sway bar is actually hitting the lower control arm, I believe. So he thought that was going to be an issue, and I was going to need shorter end links, and that's not the case probably with any of Megan's products. They all use the factory end links, so that was good, and it has just about the same amount of clearance that a stock strut would have. So everything went well in that regard. You know, I do wish I had taken some video of the install, but everything was pretty straightforward and easy overall. Now, with all that being said, I have one more mod that I would like to do the coilovers before winter time, and that is so I can protect them from the salt and just road grime and snow from the winter time. And that is coilover covers. Now, these are ISC suspension coilover covers. They are universal. They're meant for car use. I'm sure you can use these on 8 like that have coilovers on them. They have two different lengths available, 300mm and 370mm. I have the 300mm here, and hopefully they work out. And yeah, I'll be putting these on the coilovers very shortly here to hopefully protect them for this winter. Now, before I end this video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Redline 360 for giving me an awesome deal on these Megan Racing Street Series coilovers. If you guys are in the market for some coilovers, I'm sure they can hook you up over there, Alex over at Redline 360. Email him saying Justin sent you, and I'm sure he'll give you a better price than if you were to just inquire yourself. So once again, a huge thanks to Alex over at Redline 360. Go check him out if you are in the market for suspension or other mods for your car. I'm sure he can hook you up. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.